Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Scoreboard Keepers. I guess y'all thought I was playing when I said I wanted to read the temperature of the room. I wanted people to leave some comments in the room to tell me how you feel about this guy they call your uncle. Yeah, listen, I gave everybody an hour. I gave everybody an hour to put your feelings and to put your vibes out there on how y'all feel about this dude and everybody calling him uncle. I mean, because I tried my best to keep my hands off of this dude, right? I didn't want him to be making the board on this show. Because he's doing some good things over there with the show. You notice we never mention his name over here. We never mention his name or his co-host over here. But when you start doing dumb shit, you make the board. And this some dumb shit. So, I mean, I don't know if he qualifies to be called uncle. I mean, seriously, everybody be running around here throwing this word around loosely. So I'm sitting there and I was going through some thoughts in my head, and I said, do we want to touch this topic? Do we want to talk about this shit? And then I said, you know what? Hell yeah, we do. He's in the same business we in, right? We talk we in the media business, right? We talk about trending topics, sports or otherwise, right? He talks about everybody else, right? So what makes him exempt? Now, normally when you come over here and you make the board, it got to have some kind of meat to it. It has some kind of it's some depth to your bullshit. If you make the board over here where I'm like, yo, listen, you made the board, man. You on the board. Listen, if you ain't been living under a rock, everybody knows that Shannon Sharpe was involved with some girl from the gym. And, of course, she took him all the way to the cleaners. So as I'm thinking about this during the course of the day on whether I even wanted to cover it or not, I said, you know what? Hell yeah. Because the reason I want to cover it is because, when you come over here, we always tell you something that you probably won't hear in other places. That's how it normally goes over here on the Scoreboard Keepers. That's why I tell y'all thumb up the video because, like I said, no matter what, right? Good things come in small packages. So I've been listening to all, some of these people talking about it and covering this, that, and the other, and all they doing is regurgitating the same shit. It's like so redundant, man. Like seriously, I do my homework during the course of the day sometimes, and I go around. I'm like, yo, like this man got 2 million followers, right? He got 2 million followers, and yet they follow somebody that's capable of doing some dumb shit like that, right? But when somebody over here, like the Scoreboard Keepers, giving y'all the real, I give them an hour to put some shit in the chat to tell me how they really feel. And I'm looking at the chat, and I'm like, look at this shit. I said, tell me, I'm just sitting in the chat, just typing in the chat, right? I said, whose uncle is this? Because I just wanted to see what the temperature was. I wanted to see how people really like felt about it in here at the Scoreboard Keepers. So I'm like, tell me something. Like, tell me how you feel. Like, tell me how you really feel about this situation. Because it leads me to believe that people don't know what the hell's going on out here in this world. That's why he got 3-4 million followers and he can do dumb shit like that. And they still follow him. And I'm not saying don't follow him. What I'm saying is that when When he made the board over here at the Scoreboard Keepers, you was guaranteed that you was going to hear some shit that you wasn't going to hear nowhere else. Because that's how we do. We straight shooters over here. People don't know what's going on. They come here and they look around at the channel, this, that, and the third. They don't know. We covering everything. But the one thing we do is we keep our integrity over here, and we're going to tell you the truth. We're going to tell you what it is. And that's why I said, you know what I'm going to do? I said, I just want to see what the temperature of the room is. I want to see if people got real opinions over here, if they're going to voice their opinion, or are they scared? Or are they scared to voice their opinion? Will they say one thing or the other against somebody, or what? Or are they just hanging around and just look and see what somebody else is going to say? That's why I wanted to get the temperature. You know what I got? Zilch. Zilch. I didn't get no feeling. I didn't get no feeling. Listen, Timothy, Monique didn't have to warn a grown-ass man. That's the whole point. That's why you're over here. Because a grown-ass man don't need no warning from Monique. That's why I put in the chat, whose uncle is this? That's what this live is about. He didn't need a warning from Monique. He needed a warning from his peers. He needed a warning from his OGs when he was growing up. That's the whole point. That's what I'm saying. See, I asked this an hour ago. Listen, he's the one, he needs advice on a lot of things. Because we think that he's something that he's not just because he played professional sports. If he was around me and he did some shit like that, he would be considered a L7. Do y'all know what an L7 is? Do you know what an L7 is? Does anybody out there in the chat know what an L7 is? I'm just curious. Does anybody know what an L7 is? Because this man he didn't need no warning from somebody, especially from a comedian. He didn't need to have that woman to come there and tell him like, yo, you got to chill and this, that, and the third. Exactly, Bill. Exactly, Bill. Exactly. Now we getting somewhere because Bill Blast is up in this month. We getting somewhere. We getting somewhere now. It don't matter who he was raised by. Timothy, it don't matter who he was raised by. I said his OGs, not his grandmother. I'm talking about outside the house. I'm talking about when grandma ain't around. See? So this is why for an hour I said, yo, tell me how y'all really feel. Because this some bullshit. The problem is that people, or he got a lot of yes men around him. Even after the fact, he got a lot of yes men around him. He got people that's not telling him the real deal. That's the problem. When people get money, listen, I never intended for him to make the board over here because he do the same thing. And I said, wait a minute, how the hell are you recovering media, yet you in the damn media? You in the media more than you covering it right now. You covering other people and people covering you. What type of shit is that? See, so here's the problem. Here's the problem. And we're going to get right to it. Like I told y'all, when y'all come over to the Scoreboard Keepers, you're going to hear some shit that you're not hearing on these other channels. Thumb up the video. Because here's the shit, right? Not only, now this is my problem with the people that's in this internet shit. Now, there's another story running around here with Ari Spears talking shit on Ice Cube. We did a video on Ice Cube and Tupac 7 months ago. 7 months ago, we did a video on this very topic about Ice Cube. And nobody that's running around right now seem to have seen it. It's spot on right now to what's being talked about with Ari Spears. That's why when you come over here to Scoreboard Keepers, you're gonna hear some objectivity. You're gonna hear some objective shit. You're not gonna hear no bullshit. You're gonna hear some shit that people need to hear. I sat here for 1 hour and I put in the chat, what do y'all? I said what do y'all think about this situation? Put your comments in there. I wanted to get a temperature on what the room felt like and how y'all felt about what Shannon Sharpe is going through right now. Because of all the channels, right? Of all day long, Timothy Taylor, all day long. Johnny Bag of Donuts. Yes, I consider him Johnny Bag of Donuts. Because nobody is telling them the real. That's why when I go around listening to these podcasts all day long, ain't nobody talking that real shit. Nobody. Everybody just talking like they reading off of a pamphlet and giving people information that people already know. I'm saying that it got to be either Shannon Sharpe got too much money where can't nobody say nothing to him because they're afraid they're going to get fired or whatever, this, that, and third, or people just don't care. They just going to sit around him and watch him crash out. Yo, listen. When the last time a 21-year-old, 22-year-old been able to finesse somebody his age? Like she did. When's the last time that's happened? We'll get to Travis Hunter in a minute. Oh my goodness. Not again, Timothy Taylor. Don't you no, please tell me you lying. Please tell me you lying. Please listen, I gotta get to the Shannon Sharpe thing. We're gonna get to Travis Hunter, but please tell me that ain't true. Timothy Taylor, what happened? Hold on. We're gonna put Shannon Sharpe, we're gonna put him on ice for 60 seconds, and we're gonna get right back to him. Because this is the problem. This is the problem right here. Chris Carter, if you listening to this live, if somebody tag you in this live, everybody should be tagging Chris Carter. The NFL symposiums need you again, brother. They need you in the worst way. Chris Carter, if you hear me, the NFL symposiums need you again, brother. They need your voice. Timothy Taylor, what are you talking about? She did something else? L7s, y'all. If you don't know what an L7 is, go ask Bill Blass. Now, hold on. Timothy, you can hold that for a second. Let's get to Shannon Sharpe, man. Listen. I know good and damn well that Shannon Sharpe know that he ain't the most handsomest man in the world. Okay? Let's start with that. Shannon Sharpe ain't the handsomest man in the world. Okay? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it all the way 100, man. We got to start with that. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Timothy, hold that thought, man. We'll get to that. Let's knock this Shannon Sharpe out, and then we'll scoot right over to that situation because we got a great video on that also. But I'm just saying how y'all know we did videos 7 months ago on that what Ari Spears is being nailed to the cross for. We did that. We did it 7 months ago in a spot on about Ice Cube. But we'll get to that. Shannon Sharpe. Somebody got to tell Shannon Sharpe and got to keep it a whole buck, right? You got to tell him, like, look, dude, you ain't that handsome. Period. We got to start with that. If you chasing a joint that you couldn't pull without your cash, you don't need her. You don't need her. If you running down a joint that wouldn't give you the time of day if it wasn't for your money, you don't need her. That's the first marker right there. If you can't pull her with your tongue, you don't need her. If you can't talk her or talk to her like men and women do, you don't need her. Because a lot of these guys are running around here right now with females that wouldn't give them the time of the day if they didn't have that bank account. Now here you are walking in there, right? 6'5", 250 pounds, black as an ace of spades, right? All you see is teeth, right? All you see is teeth. And they smile back at you and you think you that handsome. You think you so handsome that she just want to be with you. So I'm just saying, if you can't do those things, you need to reevaluate the situation with the person that you're talking to. This is information that nobody should be having to give you at this age. Not Monique, not Prime, not nobody. When you get to a certain age, you already know what group you fall in and what category you fall into. You're supposed to be more wise than an alley cat, man. You're supposed to be wise. You're supposed to know things that this person, just immaturity. You're supposed to be light years ahead of this person that you're dealing with. You fell for some of the oldest okie doke in the world from a square. You sit up there talking to somebody on the phone that's recording you. Why? She ain't your wife. She ain't your girlfriend. She's from OnlyFans. What? You retired up. You listen, bro, it don't get no more square. And this is what somebody need to, bro. It don't get no more square than you retiring somebody from OnlyFans, bro. Somebody came from OnlyFans, played you out your pocket. All the way down to the bank, bro. It don't get no more square than that. I'm talking about L7 square. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just a square as a square can get, bro. Rubik's Cube square. I'm talking about Rubik's Cube. Your name, listen, your name's not Unc. Your name is Rubik's Cube. You let a 21, 22-year-old girl from OnlyFans blink at you, smile at you, right? Let me ask you this, Shannon. Let me ask you this. Listen, my uncle would never do no shit like that. You ain't tricking him out of no money. You just not. That's the first thing he protecting. That's the first thing he protecting. He gonna protect the dollar. But you ain't gonna play him like that either. You got straight up played. Let me ask you this, bro. At what point was it that you realized that she really wasn't into you when she maybe started talking back or something like that? You probably said something to her, and then she probably started a fight out of nowhere just to say, look, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this no more because the play was already in play. Like, you didn't see that coming, man. How did you get all the way from the gym to the bank? No, nothing in between. You meet her at the gym and end up at the bank. Like, bro, you give this situation a bad name for a lot of people, man. This situation puts a foul taste in a lot of people's mouths. Straight up. Because it don't make no sense, man. You are elders to some of these young boys out here. You're an elder to some of these young boys out here, and you got played like that. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing because it's probably not her. She's probably not the only one that knows. She's probably telling her friends. She's probably getting coached up by somebody else. Somebody else probably told her, like, yo, pull that recorder out when he calls. Yo, we want to record his phone calls. Yeah, we go because he liked to talk. You probably was on that phone. You probably was on that phone thinking that you was on your podcast. I bet you was on that phone and think you was on your podcast, wasn't you? And while you was talking, she was allowing you to talk. Talking about some role playing and all that. Yeah, she was role playing, all right, as a bank teller. And you ain't see it. You just paid somebody more money than you paid anybody in your family, man. You just paid child support, alimony, lawsuits, and everything all in the same breath. You just gave up somebody's inheritance. You just took somebody out the will. Over a chick like that? Are you? I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't, man. Somebody got to explain this to me. Like, didn't somebody tell you when you was growing up about these type of women out here? Didn't anybody warn you about OnlyFans? You didn't think that she was in the business of making money? You know what's funny? I'm gonna tell y'all what's funny. You thought you was the hunter in a situation, didn't you? You see, I know. You thought that you were the one with the bow and arrow when you didn't even realize that you was the one with the bullseye on your back. You was the one with the bullseye on your back. And you just didn't recognize it. You didn't recognize it, man. And that's a problem. That is an absolute. Listen, man. Listen. Are you kidding me? You see that look? You see that look in her face? Look at that look in her face. You see that look? You see that look in her face, man? What do you see? Tell me what you see. What do you see in the look in her face right there? Because see, somebody like me, right? You know listen, the eyes is the windows to the soul, bro. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Nobody would have to tell me about somebody like this, man. First of all, she ain't even a dime. She ain't even a dime, bro. She's not even a dime. This is what's so disheartening. She ain't even a dime. And I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying, bruh, you can do better than this in the grocery store. I mean, damn. In the grocery store, bro, you can walk around and find somebody like this. This is utterly ridiculous, man. There's nobody calling you out saying, look, Shannon, you got to cut this bullshit out, man. Before you go do some shit like that, maybe you need to go talk to somebody, rap to a homeboy or something like that. It don't even matter. Even call your brother up, man. This is some L7 behavior, bro. This is some L7 type of behavior. You allowed this chick right here to finesse you out of listen, she finessed you out of your podcast deal. And ESPN. I mean, bro, ain't nothing about this chick worth what you put on the line. Nothing. She went from this to putting up a post talking about she's retiring from OnlyFans like she played in the league, bro. That was a jab. Are you kidding me? I'm retiring from OnlyFans. This is so embarrassing, man. This absolutely disgusts me. Because I can't believe that you fell for this shit. You thought that you was putting it down. You thought that you was totally in control. You thought that you had her 6 ways to Sunday, bro. It's awful. I don't know any OGs that got played like this, man. None. I don't know none that got played like this. I mean, if you out there in the game, you got to have a tighter game than this. This is unacceptable. This is absolutely unacceptable. You should be ashamed. And then you settle. The only thing I would have been settling is the dirt, because it ain't no way in the world that I'm giving up millions of dollars for somebody that don't really mean anything to me. But some are saying that to settle means guilt. I don't know. What are we settling for? I just don't understand it, man. I just don't understand it. I tried not to get on this topic because I've been watching it for a while, been watching everybody else talk on it, but nobody's been saying, hey, Shannon Sharpe's a square. Period. This ain't no mistake. This is L7 behavior. That's what it is. If it never had came out, nobody would have ever known. This is L7 type of behavior right here. Pure squareness. Now, if you got up here and you can't handle yourself with a 21-year-old, what you gonna do with a woman? What you gonna do with a woman? Is it a control thing? Did you got up in there and you thought you was controlling this young girl? And a older woman may not allow you to have that much control and be that dominant over her? Bro, that's a weakness, man. That's a weakness. That's something. Maybe you fear older women. Or maybe you fear women your age because you can't run that type of game on them. You know, you might have thought, listen, you can't even run that type of game on her. You went down there in the minor leagues, right? You went down in the minor leagues and lost in an exhibition game. This is equivalent to the United States Dream Team losing to Angola. That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent to this situation right here. Because there is nothing about this chick right here that's worthy of you losing what's all on the line. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, come on, man. Every time I look at this face, I just can't believe that you fell for it. Unbelievable. See, one way or the other, she was going to get paid. Whether it was by a baby for the next 18 years, or whether it's by her, or she had a backup plan. If it wasn't the baby, bro, it was going to be them recorded phone calls. Okay? No matter if you was role playing or not. You was role playing, but she wasn't. You was role playing, but she was acting. Because, see, in the midst of that role playing, you can't tell whether you're serious or not. Here you is 6'5", 250 pounds, muscle, black as an ace of spades. And who do you think they're going to believe? Who are the authorities going to believe in this situation? I mean, come on. The first thing they're going to look at you and say, hey, man, look, you ain't even all that handsome. So why would she want you? So I'm just keeping it a whole buck. You know, I mean, some people need it. Listen, Tiger Woods. Tiger, you ain't all that handsome. You got a whole George Jefferson going on up top with that hat coming off. Like, do these chicks like you for you? Or you think you just so nice or smiling around here? Listen, man, would they be with you if you didn't have that money? Would you be able to take them out on a date? Everything ain't all about looks, but I'm just saying. Attraction, if the attraction's not there, what else is left? Come on, man. We know that the opposite sex don't operate like that. It has to be some type of law of attraction there. You know, if it ain't the looks, they'll say, oh, I like his confidence. Oh, I like his confidence. He's very confident. He's very nice. He treats me good. Well, how do you treat somebody good? Yes, exactly, Timothy Taylor. Exactly. They would think that Tiger Woods is an L7. They would think that Tiger Woods is an L7, man. I just can't believe that somebody that was about to, walk into $100 million with a podcast deal, you had the world, you was taking the world by storm. And then somebody came and threw a monkey wrench right in your entire game. And here we are thinking that it could be somebody that was worth it. And we get up here and it's this 21-year-old girl from the gym that was on OnlyFans. You didn't know that that's the game they do? Nah, man. You need to be stripped of your own privileges. You need to be stripped of your unk privileges. I don't even know why or who keeps calling you that. Unks don't do that. Unks don't get played like that. You got played and ain't nobody telling you got played. You got played, bro. Like a fiddle. She played you out. And guess what? I bet you that it ain't her first time doing it. I bet you somebody coaching her. Are you kidding me? They saw you coming. Man, they seen you coming. What'd she do? She went over and grabbed a pair of dumbbells and started doing deadlifts in front of you. What'd she do? She started doing reverse rear delts. What she was doing? Lunges. What she started doing? Jump lunges in front of you, right in the mirror, and then make eye contact with you in the mirror. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's L7 type behavior. Pure square. And you started smiling back. And then you walked out, made sure everybody saw you getting that Lambo. Are you kidding me? I would have had a hoodie on and I'd have rolled up in there with Sanford and Sons pickup truck. Are you kidding me? I mean, you literally fell for the banana in the tailpipe, man. That's what you did. You fell for the banana in the tailpipe, bro. Like, are you kidding me? How in the world the rest of her life, she's taken care of for the rest of her life. For the rest of her life, she's taken care of. And she don't need you no more. She probably has somebody else the whole entire time anyway. Just bad business, man. Just bad business. I didn't want to go here. I didn't want to go here, but I mean, damn. Timothy Taylor, you spot on. A lot of people would consider Tiger Woods as lame. Man, Timothy, they ain't even got to do that, T. T, they ain't got to do that. They got to tighten up their game. You ain't got to go nowhere. Listen. We all been in that world before. We all been in that world before because we didn't have no choice. You had to know how to survive out there. His game is so remedial, it's ridiculous. I'm talking to him like I felt like his game was tighter than that. If he running around here doing this type of stuff, this explains why he can't be with women his age. They would run laps around him. He went there thinking when nobody get his finances. He found out that they all on the same page. He ran down there and found out that the game is everywhere. Even in the minor leagues. That's what he did. He went down there and found out. That's what he did. Never seen it coming. Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm telling you. He's too late. It's too late for to be talking to him. This is why he need to chill. He need to talk to somebody before he go doing things like that, because we assume because they got money that his game is airtight. That's what we do. We assume that his game is airtight. And then we come to find out that he ain't got no game. He went down there and got game ran on him. That's what happened. He went down there and got game ran on him in a major way. And it's awful, man. It's awful. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing, bro. It's a sad thing. Now, all I'm saying is this, is I don't even know where he goes from here. Because, this is one of the worst examples that you could set for some of these people out here. You know how many people are going to try that now? You know how many people are going to follow in her footsteps now? Because she made it look so easy. What did she give up? She didn't give up anything. She didn't have a baby. She didn't get married. She didn't do anything. She didn't sacrifice a thing. Exactly. Listen, Shannon Sharpe could have found somebody anywhere. He could have found somebody anywhere. He could have found somebody anywhere better than that chick. Somebody that was going to do him right. Cook for him. Rub his back when he gets home. Take his shoes off. Remain loyal. Private. Respectful. Not somebody on some damn OnlyFans, man, running around here and showed everybody. You know how many people saw her girl's pictures before he did? You know what I'm saying? Listen, let's just say this, right? Let's just say this. How did he even meet her? Was he on OnlyFans in her DMs and then popped up at her gym? Was he throwing around that I'm so-and-so from off of ESPN? Did he do that? At what point did the conversation come up? Oh, I know who you are. You're so-and-so from so-and-so. You think that chick didn't go telling all her friends that so-and-so likes me and has been in my DMs? Where do you think the game started from? Yo, listen, man. Yo, listen. Somebody tell me out there. Please tell me. When did it happen? Do you think he just went in the gym and met her and then found out she was on OnlyFans? Because if he did, she should have stopped at that point right there. If he went, listen, both situations is bad. Let's just say he ran into her randomly at the gym and met her. And then at some point she popped up and told him like, yo, I'm on OnlyFans. Right there's the red flag. That's the one where I say I'm deuces, I'm out. Because I know she's working. She's working. Or let's just say he was in her DMs on OnlyFans. Talking about, I'm so-and-so. And then, of course, she did her research. What happens when she finds out who he is? She's 20-some years old. He probably gave her. Are you kidding me, man? He probably sent her to LinkedIn. Man, look, this is just crazy, man. Nobody's telling you, nobody's reading you your rights, man. And that's the problem. This is square behavior, man. This is L7 behavior to the fullest. You acting like a whole square out here, man. You kidding me? That's the best you can do right there? Are you serious? I'm pretty sure your homies could have hooked you up with somebody. I bet you your homies got a girl or a wife that got a sister, probably single as a Pringle. And you running around here with that. What? Yo, let me just tell you this, bro. Yo, y'all ready for this? Yo, T, you ready for what I'm about to tell you? Man, let me tell you this. Here's the bad part. This is the bad part about this situation. Yo, amongst the women now, bro, all across the globe, man, your name is Mud. Yo, did you hear what I said? Bro, what? How do you recover from this? Yo, women all, let me just tell you something, bro. When they come to stuff like this, they band together. And they all know. They know your pedigree now. So all was watching from all brackets. So how do you even come at another female now? Dating for you gonna be hard. You know why? You know why dating for you is gonna be hard now? And I'm talking about probably for a long time. It's gonna take a long time for people to forget about this one. The reason dating is gonna be hard for you from now on is because trust. Everybody's gonna have trust issues. You're gonna have trust issues, and those women are gonna have trust issues. No, ain't nobody gonna trust nobody. Ain't nobody gonna trust nobody, man. That's how it's gonna be. Ain't nobody gonna trust nobody. Exactly. That's it. Listen, the next woman gonna have so many questions to you. She's gonna have so many questions. It is no way in the world he can actually get in a relationship now and the woman actually trust him. And if she does, she gonna line him up to make sure that she gonna be okay before she leaves. Or he's gonna put some undue pressure on her to be signing all types of NDAs and prenups and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, that's how it's going down. That's how it's. Listen, nobody's picking up on it, and this is why I miss Chris Carter at them symposiums, man. This is why I miss Chris. Listen, Chris Carter is going to keep it real with you. All these dudes acting like they doing something that ain't never been done before, but nobody expected from somebody like him. You telling me of all the people on the planet, you end up with one that's see, that wasn't nothing but karma, man. Cause see, you thought you had a lick. You thought that you was gonna be able to just outwit this young girl. And the thing is that you thought you were the hunter. You didn't realize it was her. You did not realize that she was the alpha. Somebody was giving her great coaching. Somebody was giving her great coaching, bro. What you need to do is you need to go find out how that money being broke down. What? If somebody can line up a square like that, are you kidding me? What? All they need is a pair of tights and be in the gym, pull their hair back and smile at them. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And the next thing you know, it's time to go to court. From them spandex tights to a little smile to court. Listen, if it ain't happening to regular people, man, you can best believe that you're a target. you're a target. You probably walking in the gym, half dressed, boom, boom, T, there it is. There it is, T. That's why you up in here. Now you warming up, T. Now you warming up. Now you warming up. This is what I'm talking about. Now you warming up. Because don't nobody be talking that real shit. Nobody be talking that real shit except over here on the Scoreboard Keepers. That's the problem. That's the problem. Listen, Shannon Sharpe, you moving around here like a real square. And they lined you up. They lined you up. It wasn't just that attorney Tony Busby. Somebody else was lining you up, bro. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. You thought you walked in the gym and you were so handsome? No. She was already on the job. You kidding me? A pair of tights? You understand what I'm saying? A little half shirt, hair pulled back in a bun, and look at you from the mirror and start doing some deadlifts in front of you with some dumbbells. Looking at you from the back, all bent over and all that. Man, please. And you probably thought you was Denzel. You probably thought in your mind, right? You was looking like Denzel. Yo, in your mind, this dude was looking like Denzel. He thought, listen, I bet you when she looked at him while she was in that gym, he was feeling like Billy D. Just think about it. If she was look, like I said, T, it's only one or two things that could have happened, right? Either he met her in the gym, right? And then at some point she probably said, I'm on OnlyFans, right? If he didn't meet her in the gym like that, then maybe he was on OnlyFans and got into her DM. And she was like, yo, I work out as so-and-so, you know what I mean? Show up, pop up. And he might have popped up. So even if it happened like that, in either way, it's both bad news. In either way, it's both bad news, man. It's bad news brown. It's bad news brown no matter how you look at it. No matter how you look at it, he got played like a straight up square, man. Like a straight up square. Because he didn't even see it coming. Like I said, all you got to do is shine them pearly whites at him. And guess what? He started feeling like he was, Tay Diggs. He probably thought he was Tay Diggs looking. Probably started doing the LL thing, licking his lips and shit. Right. That's what I'm saying. And it's private. It ain't none of our business. I get it. So you might be right, T. And he absolutely got every right. We got to respect that part. But we ain't got to respect no foolishness. If you out here and you doing stuff like that and you got people looking up to you and you getting played like that, and then ain't nobody saying nothing to you, they said, oh, they're trying to act like this is like business as usual. No, hell no. Where we at? Where are we at when we ask her, like, oh, yo, y'all calling him Unc? For what? Unks don't get played like that all the way to the bank. Unks be giving up some good ass advice. Unks be giving up some, listen, the Unks is supposed to give up some good ass advice. What can he tell me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would he be able to tell me about dating or going out here and trying to wife up somebody? Like, what are he gonna tell me? Take my wallet? Get the hell out of here. What can he actually tell me? Not a damn thing. He can't teach me nothing after what I seen with this situation. Only thing he can teach me is I gotta have a lot of money. That's not what. Nah. We're not going out here wallet first. Are you kidding me? You're supposed to, all that talking he do on his podcast and all that stuff, you tell me you ain't got the gift of gab to talk to a woman out here? Yo, listen at this. How about this? Yo, T, how about this, right? How about this? Check this out. Where was the respect at for you for her to not even want to do something like that to you? What kind of joint did you have that just didn't even, she didn't even like you, bro? She didn't like you. You listen, even if she was being coached to do something like that against you, this and the other, you should have been, your game should have been so tight that she would have turned on whoever that was even behind it. Are you kidding me? Nah, man, nah. You was in something you ain't know what you was in. That's what was going on. You was in something you ain't even know what you was even in. You paid for it too. You gotta be kidding me, man. Just walking around here, you didn't feel uncomfortable. You didn't feel like she had like some type of family member somewhere, being as though she's so young. Like you didn't feel like, I mean, what? Nah, man. Nah, you don't get played like that, bro. You don't get played. Nobody's supposed to be getting played like that. I mean, you was like hook, line, and sinker. Like I said, you was probably in there doing some arm curls and shit. Probably feeling like you was like, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger or some shit. And she was in there walking around with this man. She's probably like, as soon as she caught your eye contact, boom, got him. And from there, it wasn't nothing but downhill. You probably thought you was in control all along. Yo, T. Exactly. See, this is L7 type behavior. Listen, let me tell y'all something, right? We did a show on him also, right? We did a show on Travis Hunter because we know that marriages in the United States have an average lasting time. Their average longevity is less than 5 years. Marriage in the United States of America, by getting a marriage certificate, is not what it used to be. Marriage is now, and I believe it may have been down to 2 years before people end up in divorce because of all the laws. You know, and so many people are heading to divorce and they're trying to split up this and divvy up that. I mean, the court system is doing very well right now. What man, right? Listen, here's a statistic, right? What human being that you know of recent times, I'm not talking about people from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about people, let's just say somebody from the 1980s. How many people do you know that was with their college, that was with somebody from high school all the way until they retired? NFL players. How many NFL players do you see walking around here with the same women they were with when they were in college? I mean, that's a hell of a question to ask yourself. I mean, look, you can even go to the NBA. How many of them are with the same person they were with when they were in college? How many of them have went out and went through the whole ringer and then may have come back? But how many of them are really with their wives? They're the ones that they were with. Bro, it's slim and none. So for a college player to come out of college right now and graduate, and then the first thing he want to do is get married right before he signed his biggest deals, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy that you would get married, right, before you sign your major deals. Don't you know that now, when you get married before that now that somebody else is entitled to some of that money because you're doing it while you're married? There was no rush to get married. There was no rush to get married. What is the rush? Why would you even be in a rush to get married right before camp? You could have got married after the season. Why get married before the season? Because the contracts get signed. Why do you think? Oh, but you thought that's another one. You thought you so handsome. You so handsome. You're so handsome. They just love you. You know what I'm saying? And see, people forget, man. People forget. If a person tell you that you're not their type, you're not their type. When a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Don't go through the whole gamut of going through some things that's going to get you all caught up. These guys don't know what marriage is, man. They don't know what it is. Don't you know marriage is a contract? Why do you think it's a contract? It's a legality. That's because if you get crazy or do something crazy, somebody else takes over. Because they know you're going to acquire things during this legal marriage. During this legal union, there's things that's going to be attained. Man, these guys don't have a clue what they're doing. They just doing it because they think that everybody wants to see them married. They think that it's just something to do. Man, getting married is a business sometimes to some people, man. It ain't even no rush. What's the rush? There ain't no rush to do that. They put it in maximum overdrive to put a ring on their finger. For what? I mean, you're supposed to be focusing on making the roster. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's anticipating you to make a roster, but anything can happen out here, man. And that's why that's what gets me so tight with the decision. This is why Chris Carter is needed in these symposiums. So he can speak that real stuff to these boys, man. Yo, the guy, Quinshawn Judkins. Did you see the thing on him? Here he is. He's supposed to be at football on Friday, and last week he was picked up for domestic violence. Bro? Listen. If somebody called the cops on me 4 or 5 days before I'm supposed to report to the biggest stage of my life, you're never going to see me again. Okay? Now, as I said, if he was doing something wrong, then he needs to get away from that person and get himself some help. But if this was just somebody that was calling on him to get him in trouble, this person already knows that when you call the police on an NFL player, everybody knows it. It's not a secret that you automatically putting this person in trouble with the conduct policy of the NFL. Listen, the NFL is making it so hard for these young guys to be if you don't have a stable relationship, most of these guys are going to be in trouble. Most of these guys are going to be in trouble if they don't have stable relationships, because the conduct policy is no joke. You're looking at being suspended. You're looking at certain things. I mean, we never seen, who was it? Was it Ray Rice? I believe it was him. We never seen him again. We never seen him again after he got into that incident. I don't know where he is now. I'm wondering if he's even with the same female. But when he was going through his situation, we never seen that boy again after that situation. It's been years. I knew they wasn't going to give him a second chance to get back into the league. That's right. That's right. But guess what it also does? It also automatically triggers the conduct policy for the NFL. The NFL does their own separate investigation. They do their own separate investigation, just like ESPN did their own separate investigation and told him they put him on ice. They put Shannon Sharpe on ice. They say, yo, go sit down for a minute. Go over there. Go over there and sit down for a minute. Because nobody could understand what he was doing. But it wasn't, he didn't even understand what he was doing. Because he was, you understand what I'm saying? Because that's L7 type behavior. When you run around here like a square things gonna happen to you. And that's what happened to him. That's what happened to him. You gonna tell me that you don't know that you gotta protect the assets that you got? One, you don't even need this chick. You don't even need her. You don't need her. Two, you got all the money. Three, you never even saw her. You never saw it coming what she was putting down. And she bounced right up out of there. Got you on the phone talking about you want to choke me and all this old nonsense. What? Why are y'all even talking on the phone like that? Why? I mean, really? Is it a relationship like that? Like, it was a lot of talking going on, and you didn't feel that? Nah, man. Come on, man. Nah. What I'm saying is this is an embarrassment. And to all them youngins out there, man, all them guys out there, you guys out there that's playing sports and doing things and so on and so forth. Look, man, they got these things out there, right? Nobody's talking about them. They call groupies. Okay, this is what nobody else talking about on the damn internet. Nobody. Thumb up this damn video. Nobody else out here is talking about it. They got a thing out here. They got these things out here called groupies, man. It's people out here doing this shit for a living. It's a hustle. It's a hustle, man. Do you know how many NBA players, man, that has gotten got? You know how many NBA players have gotten got, bro? Getting married and whole 9 yards, and the next thing you know, it's a divorce going on, and it needs to be a settlement in all of this nonsense because they think they so handsome. And then somebody taking you all the way to the damn bank. It's mad NBA players that have gotten married, like, and these women are nowhere to be found. That's women that's just running around the NBA. What's the guy's name from Atlanta that played for Atlanta Falcons that was running around with the lady from Real Housewives? Does anybody know his name? One minute he's a stud NFL player. The next thing I know, I see a video of him outside crying, talking about I lost it all. I lost it all. It's all gone. I don't have anything. While the cops is coming up the driveway. While the cops driving up the driveway. What was that dude's name? Does anybody know his name? Put it in the chat. What's the dude's name he was a defensive end for the Atlanta Falcons. Talking about, I lost it all. It's all gone. I don't have anything. When the cops wasn't even asking him that question. They was trying to take him off the property. They ain't asking what he had. They just wanted to get him off of that property. No, not him. This dude played for Atlanta. He played for Atlanta. I think his name was Croy. His name was Croy something. They had a video of him crying, talking about he lost it all while the cops was coming up the driveway. Because he was getting into it with his wife, who I guess she wanted to go in her separate ways. When they could have saved all that, they could have did all that as boyfriend and girlfriend. They could have did all that as boyfriend and girlfriend. Got a whole, got kids and all that. And now look. That's why this is an L, man. This is why, listen, his nickname, Unc, he needs to be stripped of those privileges. Because that's not Unc behavior. That's L7. That's Rubik's Cube behavior, man. You played yourself. You played yourself. I'm not feeling it at all, man. You know what I mean? Listen, this chick, whatever she was doing, right? She did it flawlessly. She did it when I say flawlessly, I'm talking about flawlessly. She looked at you and said, man, look at this guy here. That's what she said. I bet she said, look at him. I bet you he think he the handsomest guy on the planet Earth. No ring on your finger, walking in there looking unkept, right? Walking around. Nobody taking care of you. Like, this shit is pathetic, man. This chick look like she can't boil an egg, man. She look like she can't boil. She probably eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Seriously. She probably eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and making shakes every day. Like, are you kidding me, man? You kidding me? Look at this, man. Come on, man. Come on. You ain't see that coming. Look at the look in her face. Got him. That's the look in her face. Got him. Look at you and look at her. That's the look she probably gave you in the gym right there. Probably ran her fingers through her hair and look at you. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Look at her and look at him, man. Yo, how much y'all want to bet she looked at him just like that? And that's the look he gave right back. You know, the glasses on, feeling real studious and shit. Yo, yeah, exactly, T. Yo, this shit is ridiculous, man. This shit is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And like I said, I'm just like totally disappointed, man. I'm totally disappointed in him because, like I said, he's covering a lot of media, yet he's in the media. You know what I mean? Look. He just looked like he just want to throw his money around and not spit no game, man. I mean, come on, man. Like, this shit is crazy. This shit is absolutely crazy, man. And like I said, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. I'm not feeling all these podcasts out here not saying what he really needs to hear. Bro, you're a Rubik's Cube, man. You're a square. You got played by somebody from OnlyFans and she's only 20-some years old. Nah, man. You're not supposed to be allowing that to happen, bro. You're not supposed to be allowing her to have an upper hand like that. Like, are you kidding me? It would have been one thing if she just, like broke your heart or something like that. But damn, bro, you giving up cash to somebody from OnlyFans? That's the business she's in. And if you knew that ahead of time, you were supposed to make the proper moves, man. But you didn't. You on the phone and shit, talk. I don't know what you was doing, man. But that ain't how it goes. That ain't how it goes, bro. See, this is See, man, I'm just saying, man. Not how it's supposed to go, bro. Now, every female that sees you, all they're going to think about is that shit. I mean, it was one thing after another. It was you, before that, it was you on your phone, leaving your phone on and shit while you back there talking to, I don't know what you was doing, man. I don't know what you was doing. Oh, man, bro. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Like I said, man, somebody should be telling him, maybe his homeboy, somebody need to give him a phone call. Ray Lewis or somebody, man. Give him a phone call and rap to this dude, man. And rap to this dude because we finding out that he ain't got no game, man. We finding out he ain't got no game. Zero. He don't know how to spit that game. That's what we finding out. She done got you all up off of First Take and everything, man, from OnlyFans. They might as well give her a job now. She talking about she retiring. This shit, bro, this shit is crazy, man. What is this world coming to, man? What is this world coming to? You sit up there flexing, man, and in deep thought. And bro, this chick walking off with millions, man. This is the finesse of the decade, y'all. This is the finesse of the decade. When they ask who the finesse of the decade is, it's Shannon Sharpe. That's who it is. He got played. He got played. He went in there playing around, thinking that he was the hunter, and got hunted. Found himself in something he ain't see coming, man. All because, obviously, there's something going on here where he don't want to, I don't know if he don't want to listen to people or what, or even take advice. I don't know. All I know is this, man, is that in that world, you can get got real fast, man, and he did. I don't know what the settlement for was exactly. I know the lawsuit was $50 million. Some are saying she got 10. That's the word on the street. I'm not so sure what she got. It don't matter what she got. All I know is that I know what he lost. Okay? He lost his job on ESPN for temporarily. Okay? Temporarily. It's just a little break or whatever. And that deal that he was supposed to be getting, nobody knows where that's at right now. That was a $100 million deal. So I'm disgusted as shit because everybody out here on these, like I said, on these other podcasts, are they telling him this? No. They on there talking about something else, man. They on there talking about something else. They ain't even talking about how he has the nickname Unc. Uncs don't do that. Uncs they don't make mistakes like that, and they don't get played like that, man. You're not no Unc to me. Getting played like that. L7 style? Nah, man. Nah. You don't qualify to be called Unc, man. Uncs give good advice when it comes to females like that, especially to the nephews and the whole 9 yards. I don't know what the hell you doing. I don't know what the hell you doing. All I know is this. That ain't it. This chick took you clean to the bank. Cashed in and then retired. That's the flyest shit ever. That's the flyest shit ever. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. Somebody coached that chick. Somebody coached that chick. And let me tell you this. You're gonna be so baffled when she turn up talking about she getting married. You're gonna be so baffled when she turn up talking about shit. It's a wedding down the road. You gotta be kidding me. She was probably asking for that baby to make you think that she really liked you. That chick was probably protecting herself to make sure she wasn't having no baby. Why would she have a baby at 21 and without being married? Man, that was game. That was game because she knew that you didn't want to have one. That was game, man. Took you straight to the bank, man, like a L7. Yo, yeah, straight up, Trapper. What's going on? Yo, he's a straight up victim. He thought first of all, he thinks he's handsome, right? He thinks he's handsome, and then he thought that he was the hunter. Man, you the straight up victim, bro. That's the smooth part about it. It was a smooth operation. They got your money and got low. They got low. They out of here. It's an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment to just the whole entire fabric of sports, man. You got young boys out here watching you, man. You got 2 million followers or how many ever followers you got, and we tell the real shit over here, and you got 2 million followers over there following you when you do dumb shit like that. I'm here to tell you, you're a Rubik's Cube, bro. You're L7. Square biz. I'm talking square biz to you, baby. Square biz. Yes, sir. Because ain't no way in hell you sit up there and this chick recording you. What? You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. She was on her game. Props to her, man. Props to her, because I don't know who gave her that street game like that, but she was on it. She was on it when she got the OnlyFans. She was seasoned like that. She was seasoned like that, and then she ran it down on you. She probably didn't think it could be so easy. I bet you her girls was like, yeah, you know she got an OnlyFans crew, right? She got a crew of OnlyFans girls that she probably rat with in the whole 9 yards. And it's probably like, yeah, do this, that, and the third. Boom, boom, bip. She was like, yo, as soon as I do it, I'm retiring. You'd be surprised. You probably want to talk to her girls, man, to find out how she was getting down. How you got played, bro, is unacceptable. We're not going for that around here. Nah, we're not going for that. She retired like a mug. She retired like a mug. She said, yo, I'm done with OnlyFans. She don't need it no more. What's the purpose? Boom. What's the purpose? She ain't got to do it no more. There ain't no reason. Why is she going to go and do something for that small change she was getting on there? Even though that was a nice living. She ain't got to put in all that work no more. She can go sit on the beach all day now. Tan and shit. Canning up. You can go sit on the beach all day long and just spend your dough. While you on there talking about Skip. Stephen A. Skip. Crazy, man. You gotta be kidding me. You didn't fight for your bag, man. Diddy fought the feds and won. Diddy took the Southern District of New York with no witnesses and beat the RICO, and you out here settling. Listen, man. Diddy took the feds to the OK Corral, out back to the woodshed with no witnesses, and you settling. They offered Diddy a plea deal. He said, get that shit out of here. And you settled. That's so crazy, man. So crazy. And this is what I be talking about, man. What I'm talking about. And that's why this is such an abomination, man. This is an abomination to everything. Man, he gave her a bag, man. I bet you that bag was so heavy. It wasn't her family members coming running out there and saying, listen, stop, don't do this. You're better than that and this, that, third. Wasn't nobody doing that, was they? They was probably behind the scenes like, yo, get him, man. When is this over? When's the end date? You think he's going to cash the check? Yo, and the attorney didn't even show up to the court date. Yo, you know how fly that is? She did what Diddy did. Her attorney didn't even settle up. He didn't even show up when you came to court. Bro, this is crazy, man. Y'all giving out money like that? I'm selling air. I sell some air to you. I got about a bottle. Crazy, man. Crazy. Y'all crazy, man. That's what's going on. Y'all crazy. What y'all think out there in the chat, man? Let me see what's going on in the chat. Y'all think about this situation, man. Talk to me. I'm going to sit back and watch the chat for a minute. Y'all let me know what's going on. What y'all think about this shit? What's y'all opinions out there, man? That's what I need y'all to do. Y'all tell me what's going on, man. Cause I'm confused, man. What's going on out here? They out here calling this mug Unk and all that shit. He ain't no Unk. You kidding me? Unks don't get beat like that. Unks give out good advice, man. They don't get beat like that. He got beat on, man. He got beat on bad. Yeah. Trapper T said he fixed her up with that bag, man. I bet you it was Louis too. I bet you it was Louis. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Heavy bag, man. Look at this shit. That shit is crazy right there. It's absolutely crazy. Y'all think out there, man? I want to see some people in the chat. Tell me what's going on. What y'all think? Put it in the chat what y'all think about this guy settling out of court. What do y'all think? What y'all think about this, man? How much money do y'all think he really gave up? The whole suit was $50 million. How much do y'all think she took home? Keep it 100. I'm just curious how much y'all think. Y'all think she took the whole bag? Y'all think she did this? Or was she playing in like a clown? Tell me what y'all think. How much y'all think she actually took home? How much y'all think she cleared of this $50 million bag? How much y'all think she took home of this bag? Of the $50 million, how much do y'all think she really cleared and took home?